Okay, so we are going to be doing the Dragoons Caverns. And it's going to be a, well, an easier dungeon than the Shadow Guild hideout, mostly because the enemies in here aren't as strong. This place is filled with these thug monsters. I hesitate to call them monsters because they're really not monsters, they're just enemies. Mobs, I guess. There are a few different types of enemies in this dungeon, but we are going to be entirely skipping one. And the other is basically, well, not really that common, so hopefully we won't have much problems doing this. Now, this is, I think, one dungeon where you can really see how strong sparks can get. Keep in mind, I only have air magic rank 4. So this is basically, like, if I poured my points into air magic, I could have had like air magic 10 at the moment, and it would have been even stronger. So imagine this being basically like a sort of basic, a very basic spark spell. But as you can see on these narrow corridors, the sparks basically bounce and then linger on the floor. It kind of makes like a minefield for, you know, the mobs to sort of walk on, and each spark that actually hits an enemy deals 6 damage. And that is a lot. There you go. Oh. They managed to hit my cleric. Or priest now, I should say. Really, Serena got promoted. Let's see if I can sort of just, oh, hit these guys. Nope, no I can't. Okay, so the strongest ones of these thug guys are the brigands. They have a fair bit of hit points. They have, I would say, like their armor class doesn't seem too good, and they don't deal, you know, tremendous amounts of damage. So I'm not really that afraid of them. They are definitely much easier to deal with than the rogues in the Shadow Guild hideout. So. I love this. Like, you can basically just jump across from, let me show you, from this platform in the beginning and jump straight across here. And that basically means you'll be able to hit them, but they won't be able to hit you. Okay, let me just show you a secret first, which we will not be using, but just so you know. So, in this dungeon there are going to be 2 buttons that we will be pressing. However, you can also go into the secret room here, where you can press sort of like, I don't know what's it called, duplicates of both of these buttons right here. So you would be able to skip a bunch of the dungeon actually, but we'll be doing it, you know, like normally. However, we aren't going to do the whole dungeon because there is a part of the dungeon that has enemies known as slimes in it. And the slimes are a very annoying enemy, because they are immune to all sorts of physical damage. And I can only hurt them using elemental spells. Unless they deal poison damage, which I guess is water magic, but, you know, it doesn't count for them because they're also immune to poison. And without a good elemental spell, which granted Sparks is, but I only have, you know, a few casts of it with Alexis, so that is a bit of a problem. I think it's better to just skip that portion of the dungeon entirely, because there really isn't too much of a point if you go there, because the rewards really aren't that great compared to the hassle that you have to go through to actually kill them. Okay, so this is the first button. I'm gonna rest here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set Cure Wounds. And we're not going to be using sparks just a bit, because I wonder... We got Blast and Heroism. And those two are actually, like I said earlier, incredibly strong spells and very important. So they only count for hand-to-hand damage. And we're going to sort of be using first the spell points of our Paladin and our Cleric, who's going to be healing us because we will be doing a lot of hand-to-hand combat. Ooh, nice, an Emerald Staff. Like, I love the design of this staff. Unfortunately, the staffs in Mind Magic 6 are completely useless. Well, let's be honest, like, in most Mind Magic games, staffs are useless. So I'm gonna give personality to the Priest because she needs, you know, the spell points the most. When, you know, we were looking at personality. So now we have accuracy and speed. Okay, our Paladin needs speed, and our Sorcerer needs accuracy. There we go. Spread that love around, and we are not going to continue down here because this way oozes lie, and they, like I said, they are annoying. They do not have, they have some item drops, but they do not have, you know, like money drops, which makes them even more annoying. And the, like, as far as I remember from doing, you know, this dungeon, you know, a few times already, you don't really get any good items in that area, so I'm just gonna skip it. Too much of a hassle. As you can see, we're hitting like 20 and 30 damage, which is super nice. That's due to Bless and Heroism. Okay, and it ran out, so we need to recast it. That's all that we can do, really. Okay. Oh, that's a fairly large group. I still have to be a bit careful because I don't really have very many health points on my guys. And Roderick is still without armor. He just has a helmet and boots. But as you can see, using Bless and Heroism for any kind of, you know, party is just so good. Because sooner or later you are going to run out of spell points. Oh, nice. A Crusader Sword? Very nice. A Piercing Dagger? I think I can use that one. A Mace. Let's see. Yeah, I can use that Piercing Dagger. Nice. And I have the Champion's Sword, which is better, but I can keep this Crusader Sword instead of the Steel Broadsword. And that's gonna be fine. Okay, good. Onwards. Okay, so if you pay attention to the minimap, there is a sort of like passage behind this, but we can't really open it. However, okay, let me just kill this soldier. Oh my god, he hit us quite a bit. So this is the second enemy type, or I should say the third enemy type. Slimes were the second. The third enemy type in this dungeon, these are the soldiers. You could think of them as a buffed up version of the thugs. They don't really terrify me, because you only get to see 3 of them in this dungeon. You see one fighter that we've killed in the weird passages where we opened the chest with a flute, in case you noticed. So that was the like weakest one. This was the soldier. However, in the ending, or in the end room of this dungeon, I should say, there stands a veteran, and veterans are very strong. They hit fast and hard, and have the uncanny knack of destroying your weapons specifically. Make them broken, so you need to repair them. That is always very annoying to deal with. Okay, so these guys are stuck behind the bridge there. I'll just run across. Oh, a few of them fell down. Oh, there's a helm there. And those were the slimes that you've just heard. Slimes have ranged attacks as well, which, you know, makes them even worse. And I keep getting leather armors from these thugs, which is what they drop. Oh, a ruffian! There we go. And we sort of ran out of spell points with our paladins, so we're gonna go back to Sparks and unset Cure Wounds from our quick spell slot, so we can just spam Sparks easier without, you know, stopping. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, this thing we picked up in the chest, in the secret passage, right here, is a sort of a, I'm gonna call it a secret quest item. Because you don't really get, you know, a quest per se. But you can bring this item back to Usorpigal for some extra money and experience, so be sure to pick it up. There you go. And I hate this bridge, it's so tiny. I used to have a lot of problems with it. Flick this switch, which opens the door that didn't budge earlier on. And we're sort of entering the ending section of the dungeon. Let me show you why Sparks is as good as well. So there's a bunch of enemies down there. And they are now dead. There were two thugs. Sort of just pellet them with the Sparks. But just, oh my god, the Sparks are just so good. Like, honestly, this spell... Like, I can't believe when I first played the game, I was like, oh my god, this spell sucks. It deals almost no damage, it has no range, it sort of lingers there. Then when I grew up and, you know, noticed that, hey, you know, this... I actually know what the spells do now. Actually became like the best spell on the planet. This is a very good suit of armor. However, this has more armor class than this original suit. However, what if we enchant it into something nice? Well, breaking it counts as well. There we go. What do we get? Of Doom. That's good. So Doom basically gives you more... Basically gives you +1 to every single thing. I think it gives you +1 resistance, +1 hit point, +1 spell point, +1 to all stats, yada yada. You get the idea. And the suit itself, you know, has 18 armor class. This one that I switched has 19. And I kind of value armor class, especially here in the beginning, when we are against mostly physical enemies. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the hit points of my characters. That was almost a bad thing. Okay, let's heal. Let's heal up. So I'm just using the keyboard to heal here. So go to Serena, which is number 3, then press S because of quick spell, and then I choose with the keyboard 1, 2, 3, and 4 who I want to heal. I sort of do these things automatically now. After so long, I don't generally think about these things, right? Because I've been playing this game for so long, it's become pretty much, you know, muscle memory at this point. Okay. Excellent. Oh, that's a nice bow. And a good spear. I wonder if that spear is going to be stronger than this sword that we're using. No, the sword is much better at this point. It has a better chance to hit. The recovery time, I think, is pretty much the same. But yeah, the actual spear does deal, you know, more damage, like more max damage, but the chance to hit is much better with the sword. So this is the last room. And I don't know if you can see this. There's like a gap between the door, right? And I know on the minimap that there are people there. And if you move backwards a bit, you are actually able to hit... There we go, we're hitting the veteran, which is quite a scary enemy, as you can see. Like, the health bar is quite big. So we're gonna cheese this guy right here. I mean, we can easily kill him with sparks as well, I guess, so... There we go. Okay, so this is the one guy that I was afraid of, because if he gets close, if he starts whacking you, your character is gonna be dead in like, I don't know, probably 2, maybe 3 hits. And if you're unlucky, you know, he can break both your bows, your melee weapons, and it's just annoying to deal with them. Okay, so there's a bunch of chests here, you know, you come into this room and be like, yeah, so many, oh, plate armor, never mind. Finally, we have plate armor for Roderick. Okay, first things first, we're gonna enchant this. Yes, what did we get? Personality plus 8. That is not bad. I need personality for Roderick as well, because, you know, Paladin, more spell points, yay. Which is actually gonna be great for him. How much did we get? We got... You know, we got 4 spell points. That's not bad. That's like 2 blesses. That's not bad. Okay, basically 6 chests. Yeah, unfortunately, I think 5 of them are traps. Basically, they teleport you into places you don't want to be. I think some of them even teleport you straight into like the slime pit, which you do not want. Really, the only chest you want to open is this one, the second from the left. This one has the quest item that we came here for. And just some lovely things to go with it. Okay, you get this. We can put this last leather cloak onto Serena. Okay. And that's done. We are done with the dungeon. And I'm just going to backtrack. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the slime pit, because there really is no point in doing so. I'll just be... I don't know, I'll just be in a bad mood if I go down there. We may come back later if we remember to, and see if you know, we missed anything good in terms of equipment. But like I said, I doubt it. I have been down there a number of times and never have I ever gotten anything useful. Okay. Let's go quickly empty our inventory. Now let's see, can I use this? Yes, of course I can use this elven bow. Nice. Okay, so that's a small upgrade. This dark hammer is actually pretty nice. Like, it's a decent weapon. And all the other things, man, I wish I could use... I wish I could use the spear already, but I just need 1 more point in the sword skill to be able to master it. And also, since we are here, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Let's go to New Sorpagal. No, not the arena. I might want to go visit the arena one day as well. Could be interesting. Okay, we're gonna go visit New Sorpagal, and it is 6 AM. I think Blade's End opens up at... Oh, it opens up at 9. And we're gonna teach Alexis Sword. Because she will be dual wielding sword and axe. Like, if she could have learned shield, I would have wanted her to get shield, but unfortunately she can't. Okay, so we are gonna go to this store first, sell these items. You know what? Enchant this lunar ring, please. Oh my god. There we go. Poison resistance plus 9. That is good, but I mostly enchanted it just to sell it, you know, for a higher value. Now let's see what we can enchant. We can enchant a few other things, it seems. A suit of chainmail. Speed plus 11. See, I'm getting nice enchants, but you know, I have better gear at this point. Please stop saying bad things about me. I just went into the wrong store, sir.
Don't touch the merchandise.
So I don't need the... Wait, do I need this? No, I don't. I just need 1 sword. I'm gonna keep this spear, though. Because we are nearing the point where we can actually use swords and spears. There we go. Oh, we can also sell this one. And let's go into the town hall. And this is the quote-unquote secret the secret quest that I was talking about with the scroll that we found. Basically, this person is trying to find some evidence that, you know, the Shadow Guild is up to something again, yada yada yada. And we still have to return the harp, so let's go back to Castle Ironfist. And in here we are going to first take the quest, okay, but then also put it back. There we go. So now we can go to level 20. Which should be enough for Master Sword, I think. Let's see.
Hey, look well done.
Yes, I'm able to Master Sword with Roderick now, and I'm going to beeline for Master Sword with Alexis as well. What else? Body magic up that, water magic up that. Okay. So, to achieve master ranking in the weapons in Might Magic 6, you need rank 8, plus possibly other requirements. To master armor, you need rank 10. To master magic, you need rank 12, with a few exceptions. And to master miscellaneous skills, you need rank 7. Okay, we could have gone for learning as well. Let's do a quick trip, get the things that we can get. We still don't have bodybuilding, because the bodybuilding teacher is here, expert bodybuilding, I mean. But there is a learning teacher up here. Oh, I hate navigating this.
Greetings and salutations.
Expert learning.
Okay. Okay.
That'll just give us some extra experience. And I'm just gonna make a quick note. Ouch, I didn't mean to do that. So, Orville the Scholar, what he does is, like, the text when you try and hire him basically says he will add 5% to the 5% bonus experience to your character. What in fact happens is, scholars and teachers and instructors actually give 5 hidden points in learning. But if you have learning expert, that means you get 5 extra points of learning, but on expert it doubles the effect, and on master it triples the effect. So actually, if you have master learning, getting a scholar equals 15% extra experience points. A teacher who normally gives 10% means 30%, and an instructor gives 15%, which means you get a bonus of 45% to your skill points. Experience points, sorry, not skill points. Okay. We're gonna go learn Expert Sword.
Hello.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm beelining for Master Sword is because on Master it allows me to use it in the left hand, which means Roderick will be using spears and swords, and Alexis will be using axes and swords. It's super good. It's a super strong combination. And let's first learn how to use bows better.
Good show.
Yes. Yes.
And unfortunately I don't have very many gold coins left, so I will only be able to get some armor skills. Extra shield defense, and that is basically it, because I need 2000 for every other skill as well. That's fine, because we're going to be doing another dungeon. A fairly tough one as well. But we'll see how it goes, okay?